What are they planning to put out next? That dragon game when your internet connection dies and you.
Today we have with us the amazing Ben Console Gamer. He's been a friend of the channel for a while now, and he has a channel of himself. He does reviews and gaming news and a lot more. So today we are going to get into some interesting topics, and we're trying to do something new with this podcast. So let's get into it.
Right, thank you so much, my man G, for having me. And we have been friends. We have been friends for a while, and we just thought of doing something new, something exciting. Because as you guys may know, like Gamonomics on this channel, on his channel, covers all sorts of news and stuff, and those are 10-minute videos. But we thought we could actually turn it from a 10-minute video to an entire, a podcast thing where we could, dive even deeper. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for having me, and I hope you guys will enjoy this and that this will continue for as long as we want it to. We really want to do this.
It's my pleasure, dude.
All right, so what are we talking about first?
So the first topic is the hot topic right now. It's Dying Light 2.
Okay, Dying Light 2.
So what are your initial impressions?
So the game actually looks gorgeous. Of course, we expected it because itne time ke baad launch ho raha hai to. It has 3 modes, and we of course expected it, maybe 4K quality mode, performance plus mode. But here it's like completely different, and in a negative way. So it has a 1080p 60 FPS mode, which looks not great but also not bad. It actually looks above average, so it's good. The 1080p 60 mode, and the quality mode is 4K, near 4K 30 FPS. It's not a native 4K, of course. And the third mode, the ray tracing mode, is 1080p 30 FPS ray tracing. So the way all of this stuff has been laid out, like I would definitely appreciate ray tracing, but not at 30 FPS.
True.
I would definitely
30 FPS becomes a little motion sickness type.
Right. I would definitely appreciate 60 FPS, but at least if you're not giving ray tracing, but at least at 2K resolution. So that kind of seems crazy here to me. And they also don't have DRS, dynamic resolution scaling. And I don't understand why. That was also one of the major criticisms in, Digital Foundry's video about this. Other than that, yeah, about the story, Dying Light 1 actually didn't have a great story. So
Thoda half-assed tha. First part was a little half-assed.
Spoiler alert, you go kill the antagonist, the game ends. That's it. Like you'd be expecting that you'd do something big, like zombie world mein hai. So right. You may give a cure or something, like because you were working with doctors and stuff,
right,
to create a cure for the entire game. So you'd be expecting a happy ending, but no, you just kill the antagonist and you're stuck in the zombie world. Bas.
Yeah.
That's it. But the second game they offered like they were selling this thing of like you having multiple options and choosing different dialogues and stuff. But that was like that didn't age well. Okay. So no matter how many dialogues you choose, how many other options you choose in dialogues, and what dealings you do with other clans and factions and all of these people in the city, in the game, you'd expect that something major happens because of those decisions that you make. But as a kuch bhi nahi hota, doesn't have really a major impact on the story. So I think it's okay to have this type of RPG thing going on. Like in Cyberpunk, it's absolutely insane. Like in the first mission when you go to Royce and he's like, get up, come here, and it's completely up to you. If you sit there, a fight breaks out. If you don't, it is insane what CD Projekt
decisions have consequences in that game.
But they were trying to sell the same thing here, but like they oversold it.
Yeah, the 500 hours hold scenario they.
Oh wow, that That was like that backfired actually. There's an article on Game Rant. They said like Dying Light 2 dev says Xbox Series S GPU is holding it back. I mean, it's less powerful than it definitely has an SSD and a better CPU, but like it's less powerful than the Xbox One X, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But frankly don't buy this excuse because Xbox Series पे अगर ठीक है 1080p 30 FPS के ऊपर तुम नहीं जा रहे हो और उसके बारे में बोल रहे हो, I can still understand, but your game is performing on 1080p 30 FPS with ray tracing on PS5 and Xbox Series consoles, the Xbox Series X, right? And even the quality mode as such is like 1800p max.
right.
No, the resolution mode is 1800p, I think.
Right.
And the quality mode is still 1080p 60 FPS or 30 FPS.
See, the game went gold. I mean, I don't know what's happening. Like they make it sound so big, like the game went gold. It's ready. And then they have like day one patches, like huge as heck, with so many like this laundry list of patch notes.
Right. This has become the trend recently, but I think.
Right. I mean, what?
We don't
Like,
get finished
are they
games
trying to-
anymore.
Yes. Are they trying to like hit a target which was proposed by investors or which they actually promised to their investors or something? I think there's a lot of business shit involved in this. If you are a hardcore fan and you can wait, I mean, if you're a hardcore fan, I think you can't wait. But still, if you have some other stuff to take care of, just do that. Wait till the end of February. But then Horizon Forbidden West will come out and Elden Ring will come out. So yeah, you really don't have a lot of time.
This thing will go into the backlog, I think so. At least for
especially
me.
with all of these titles. Right. It'll sit on the back burner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can wait for a few days, maybe pick it up later.
I think I'll wait till it comes to Game Pass maybe, because the way the game reviews are going, I think pretty much it will make to Game Pass like within 3 to 4 months.
Alright, so what's the next one? I think it is Steam Deck.
Steam Deck.
So when is that coming out actually? The initial reviews got out, right?
Yeah, मैंने सिर्फ लाइनस टेक टिप्स वाले का देखा है. लाइनस का देख लिया मैंने. The rest I haven't seen. I'm waiting for it actually. मेरे को emulators का performance देखना है इस पे.
मतलब Steam Deck February 25th. Alright, so it's right around the corner actually.
It will start shipping, I think, February 25th.
When is it coming out in India? No date.
इंडिया में तो भूल जाओ 1 साल के लिए.
I mean, why is it all? I mean, what does it take for them? बस प्लेन में डाल के शिप ही तो करना है यार.
इंडिया इज अ वेरी मतलब यहाँ पे टैक्स का इशू हो जाता है, उतने गेमर्स नहीं हैं.
Customs, tax, rules, regulations, I guess.
इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी कितना ज्यादा है यहाँ पे.
Of course, with electronics, you have to get these certifications like electrical certifications.
Right.
Electrical certifications.
Exactly. और यहाँ पे किसी को रीसेल करना पड़ता है ना पार्टनरशिप में. वो भी तो एक है ना, यहाँ पे किसी दूसरे फर्म के साथ उनको पार्टनरशिप में बेचना पड़ता है, लाइक Xbox does with Reddington.
So yeah, but initially this like looks great. I mean, compared to in Linus's video, compared to all other handheld gaming PCs, which actually cost $1,300, right? $1,300, $1,200. This almost offers double the performance and
Half the price.
Comfort is crazy. Yeah, I mean, this definitely looks like the best bang for your buck, number one. Plus, he also praised the audio.
Right. ऑडियो का तो काफी तारीफ किया उसने.
The speakers were great, he said. And I mean, to the point where he said Valve should make headphones.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I mean, I'm an audio geek, so...
You do music also, right?
Of course, yes. I do produce music. I mean, I used to. I don't really produce as much these days. I'm doing YouTube like very passionately. But yes, the Kida for music is there. $500 for the PS5. India में it costs 50,000. $529 for the Steam Deck for the 250 gig 56 gig variant. It's gonna cost us
53,000 basically, 53 to 55.
Maximum 60 लगा लो. $649 is what?
ये तो 80,000 तक जाएगा, 70-80,000.
But people might actually get the $300 variant. I think that will sell like hotcakes in India. But I think it
उन लोग ने
has
अभी तक तो बोला है कि माइक्रो एसडी से भी उतना ही अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहा है वो.
एग्जैक्टली SSD से जितना कर रहा है, तो मैजिक किया उन्होंने वहां पे. बट या इसमें एक और इशू आई थिंक 399 वाले में कोई फीचर्स कम है.
द स्क्रीन इज डिफरेंट. एंटी ग्लेयर नहीं है ना. फर्स्ट 2 वेरिएंट्स में एंटी ग्लेयर नहीं है.
That could be a deal breaker. But still, is in India, people are like, is it a Steam Deck? Yes, it's essentially a Steam Deck. They'll buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I
and
mean?
you can dock it, right? You can even dock it for your own personal use. And Valve ने already बोल चुके हैं कि हम लोग कोई restriction नहीं डालेंगे वारंटी पे अगर तुम OS change कर देते हो इसका तो. So you can change the OS and install Windows also if you like.
Right, like even with the joysticks, they were like, you can change them, repair them, right to repair, all of that consumer friendly behavior is there.
Steam has always been praised for that.
So Valve is like the Keanu Reeves of gaming.
Breathtaking.
Right. I mean, he's the most loved person on the internet. If not the most, he's one of the most.
Yeah.
So like in the gaming scene, people are liking Valve. I mean, with this new release, if they nail it, मैं बता रहा हूँ Monomix, if they nail this stuff, like they will definitely be in the top. Like the vibe that Phil Spencer gives off, the positive vibe, people will have the same thing with Valve. Essentially, it's a gaming PC.
Right. And you can emulate everything basically on that.
Right. So I guess. I mean, if you can play Zelda on Steam Deck, okay.
Exactly.
I mean, who wouldn't want to? I mean, just put a Nintendo skin on it, पीछे से rebrand कर दो, tell them this is like a big Nintendo, big boy Nintendo. Is this the new model? Like I'm chilling on an airport with my Steam Deck, which has like Nintendo logo on the back and is red and shit.
Right.
And people are like, is this the new Nintendo, bro? Why is it so big? You've been missing out, bro. They just released a new model. It's called the Steam Deck.
That would be hilarious actually.
Alright, so actually talking about Nintendo and Steam Deck, our next topic is Nintendo has banned YouTube channels. What the hell?
So Nintendo doesn't put out its music publicly, okay?
So I'm not really caught up with this story. So the headline that I got was Nintendo has banned YouTube channels who basically post OSTs, background scores, and music from the Nintendo games.
Exactly. So there's this guy, I think his name is Gilvia, I think. Or what he does is he takes OSTs and he rips it. I don't know how he does it, but he rips these music because Nintendo doesn't put it out themselves.
Like an album or something, right?
Yeah, he'll create like a playlist and he'll put it out. He doesn't monetize it.
But imagine how much work and effort that would take him, right? It's definitely not easy. Like Sony, Santa Monica, all of these other companies, they put out albums.
Right, but Nintendo doesn't do that with their games.
Right.
Nintendo, what they decided recently, they banned these people who were putting out their original music. Nintendo created in-game music and background scores. And इसको कुछ 1300 initial copyright strikes आए थे. 1300 strikes on one channel. And then it went up to, I think, 3500 or something.
4,000.
4,000, yeah.
4,000 copyright strikes. It's not a copyright claim, folks. You get a copyright claim, you're okay. Doesn't matter. You could get 10,000 copyright claims, you're okay. You're just gonna lose revenue if you know about YouTube. When you get 3 copyright strikes, boom, your channel is done. And how many did he get?
Almost 4,000.
Why do you think Nintendo did it? Like, were they कोई revenue में उनको hit हो रहा था, कोई financial loss हो रहा था इस चीज से?
I don't think financial loss तो नहीं होगा क्योंकि खुद का भी तो कोई album नहीं है ना.
Who buys a Mario game to listen to Mario music?
Right.
है ना? Nobody, right?
Nobody.
So it definitely wasn't that this guy put out music on his channel and Nintendo was suffering some financial loss because people were just listening to music on YouTube and not buying their consoles or some shit like that.
Right.
Okay.
ये बंदे का वीडियो, he is taking assets from the game, ripping it out and then uploading it. He's not commentating.
So basically, what you think, he basically straight up went against the terms of service.
Exactly. It's not under fair use in any country.
Okay, so yeah. Cool.
He was bound to be screwed someday.
So yeah, I mean, he was just riding this. He knew जब होगा तब देखेंगे.
Right.
जब तक चल रहा है चलाते हैं.
और clueless भी नहीं होगा अगर 11 साल से कर रहा है. So maybe the first initial videos you're clueless when you put it out. Right.
Right.
But if you're doing it for years, actually decade, you must be having some knowledge about what you're doing.
Cool. Makes sense. Well, I hope he had plan B, C, D through Z.
I'm not sure if he was earning through this.
Like, monetize नहीं था.
No monetization on the channel.
Okay,
it was free for the public to use.
Cool. Like he was doing it because he loved it, I guess. It was a passion thing. It was a hobby passion thing.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's complete. I'm glad he didn't suffer any financial loss, as the channel is one of the most popular of its kind. Gilva Sunner, if I'm pronouncing that right. One of a kind on the platform, of course. According to a recent tweet, Nintendo unleashed, I like the word you said there. Unleashed the wrath.
बस छोड़ दिया उन्होंने.
1300 copyright blocks. ऐसा लग रहा को minions छोड़ दिए इसने. जाओ.
Clash of Titans में होता ना वैसा.
Right, block to the channel this week. This was followed by another 2200 on Monday.
उसका वैसे करके 4000 के आसपास हो गया.
Busy man. All right, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe announced for $25. You want to talk about this?
Yeah. So,
all right.
ये link, if you want, you can open it up.
Yeah, you can as well.
Okay. So this is the official page of Nintendo. और प्राइस देख लो गेम का पहले तो. मेन गेम का
$60. अच्छा, okay.
$60?
No, I think that's for the deluxe edition.
No. This is the deluxe is included in the name. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe ही नाम है उसका. Now listen to me. Deluxe ये नाम देख के तुमको लगेगा कि digital deluxe edition type है, okay, right? That means all content combined in one file basically on one download. अभी यही पेज को नीचे scroll करो. DLC packs, right? Okay. The booster course pass for $25 additional for 48 new remastered courses.
Okay, so they're just charging extra money for new tracks.
New tracks, basically.
That's it.
That's it.
How much?
$25.
So $75 for the entire thing.
$85. $85.
My math is bad. And how many courses does the the base game have?
I think it has like 24 or 30 something.
Right. So I mean, they are offering twice as many, and that is why like they are trying really hard for you to get that.
Right. या तो तुम online expansion है तुम्हारा तो
$85 for a Mario game. Jesus, are you
kidding? Exactly my point.
What? Yeah, Nintendo Switch becomes the fastest selling home console to hit 100 million sales. Home console, what do they? 100 million. Bro, is it that popular? Is it that good?
It's very popular in Japan and the West.
What's the population in Japan?
जापान में उन लोग का मतलब they don't play Western games as much, right? उन लोग नहीं खेलेंगे.
12.5 crores. Almost 10 times is like less than India. But out of these 12.5 crores, I think 6 crore people game.
Right.
That's the crazy, है ना?
ये नहीं गेमिंग उधर काफी कल्चर में वहाँ पे इंक्लूडेड है जापान में.
आधे लोग 50% करते होंगे. 50 तो ओल्ड एज ही होगी. अच्छा, ग्रैंडमास आल्सो प्ले ऑन निंटेंडो स्विच देयर.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it is. Yeah. I mean,
उधर
Hideo
प्ले
Kojima is
स्टेशन और निंटेंडो दो ही चीज चलते हैं.
Hideo's from Japan, right?
राइट.
तो बस और बोलना ही क्या आगे है, खून में है उनके. Japanese video game designer, yes. So yeah, I mean, sure, but still like 100 million and I just want to read this actually. The Nintendo Switch has surpassed the Wii and Sony PS4 as the fastest home console to reach 100 million sales and expects further growth as Switch is still in the middle of its life cycle.
ये मिडल है उसका. भाई फूट जाएगा वो कंसोल.
What are they planning to put out next? That dragon game when your internet connection dies and you. Nintendo, you're never sponsoring our videos ever.
This is more powerful than the Nintendo console.
Wow.
This phone literally.
3 March 2017. Okay. Yeah, so a decade. A decade at least you can expect. 2027. Reasonable, it's reasonable. But from if you look with a different perspective, जिस हिसाब से टेक्नोलॉजी आगे बढ़ रही है, जो पावर रिक्वायरमेंट्स बन रहे गेम के, all they're gonna be able to put out is that dragon game.
Dude, उनका मारियो खुद 30 FPS पर ढंग से चलता नहीं यार.
What? Mario is 30
goes to like 22 FPS. वो Zelda तो Breath of the Wild, if you go into the jungle and the vegetation increases, it will go to like 20, 22, 23 FPS for a second and then come back to 30.
Do you think Nintendo is paying these journalists?
No, I think Nintendo is surviving because people have nostalgia. और तभी जब ये critics जब बच्चे थे तभी Nintendo के अलावा कुछ था नहीं ना. Sega Genesis था, Dreamcast था, Nintendo था बस. और क्या था? The PlayStation also came too late when they were like, I think they were 18, 19, these journalists. That time the PlayStation 1 came out.
Right.
Or maybe a little younger, but they were quite brain develop हो चुका था थोड़ा.
So they have like basically nostalgia and memories associated with it. यार nostalgia से problems बहुत आ रही है. Number one, remakes of games. Number two, GTA trilogy. That's nostalgia for you. That's nostalgia right there. Sony is dealing with PlayStation 5 shortage by making more PS5s.
ये part मेरे को समझ नहीं आया actually, to be frank.
Sony never officially stated when PS4 production would end, but people familiar with the matter said that end of 2021 was Sony's previous cutoff date. 2013 to 2021 seems reasonable enough. 8 years, right? The pandemic coupled with the huge demand for the PS5 has seemingly changed Sony's mind. Or the money that they have been making changed Sony's mind. We'll get to that in a bit. Let me just go through this. You'd think Sony would want to move as much of its production capabilities over to PS5, but instead, the company sees PS4 production as helping to offset pressure in the marketplace. After all, the PS4 offers a huge range of games to play. This is the main thing here, and console costs significantly less than the PS5. Stock of new PS4 consoles all but disappear in the run up to holidays. Okay. So how, I think they are planning to make what, 1 million or 10 million? How many more?
अभी तक 1 million बोला है उन्होंने.
1 million बोला है.
I don't think 10 million they'll go for it. I think 1 or 2 million they'll have to stop.
Right. So why are they doing this? What do you think?
I think it's because of the money bag.
Right.
I think it's 120, 130 million PlayStation 4 users.
Right. 130.
Now, and 20 million, 20 million PS5. Okay, let's take that estimate. Abhi, software makes a lot more money than hardware. So why leave behind the 120 million people who are already owning a PS4?
Right. I mean, why would you not want to sell Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine?
Right.
In the hundreds of millions.
Right.
Like GTA 5 just like in US, the latest report, top 3 most sold PlayStation games in the US are number 1 Spider-Man, number 2 God of War, number 3 Spider-Man Miles Morales.
First party game.
Right. If they have the opportunity to release all of this on PS4, where there's already a good user base,
right?
Why the hell not?
And if you see it closely, the state of play where they announced Wolverine and showed the Venom thing from Spider-Man 2,
right?
They actually never mentioned that it would be a PS5 exclusive.
They didn't. Only on PS5 or the logo. There were no logos.
Right. They didn't say anything about it. Sony Studios का नाम आया. That's it.
I think this is only going to continue this cross-gen phase, which a lot of journalists, like Digital Foundry, hates it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, as in hate is a strong word, I guess, but they're like, I want this cross-gen phase to be over. I want this cross-gen phase to be over as soon as possible. Another argument that I get from people is, यार देखो, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart है और Spider-Man Miles Morales है. यार वो भी तो PS4 पे इतना अच्छा चला है ना? That's right. The argument that I get. That it still looks stunning. But now that we've seen what Matrix Awakens can do, what Unreal Engine 5 can do.
Yeah.
I think PS4, it obviously cannot function on the PS4.
चलो resolution और graphics को downscale कर भी देंगे, right? Loading speeds का क्या? Frame rates का क्या?
Right. और plus उनके जो पूरा nanite है, lumen है, meta human creator है, ये सारी चीज उस पे चल ही नहीं सकती.
नहीं चलेंगे वो तो.
Won't work. And yeah, of course, not everybody is gonna use Unreal Engine 5, of course, but general Unreal Engine is the gaming engine which basically dictates the direction in which the industry will move.
Right. And Spider-Man is an exception क्योंकि उनका खुद का इंजन है ना उनके पास तो.
Of course. जैसे Rockstar का भी खुद का है.
Right.
काफियों का खुद का है. But Unreal Engine एक ना क्या सकते हो, like it's like a sample. People see, अच्छा, okay, we can do this as well. Why not?
Right.
If they don't already have those integrated, they can use it as an inspiration, as an example.
बराबर.
So थोड़ा सा ये वो कर रहा है, ढकेल रहा है पीछे, क्रॉस जेन फेस को एक्सटेंड कर रहा है, which I really don't like. Right. And PS4, well, them saying like we are helping with the shortage by doing this, I think इससे best बहाना नहीं मिला होगा. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we've covered everything, and of course we'll have more for like the coming months, more amazing stuff. Elden Ring is coming out really hype. Maybe we should do one next week or maybe in the fortnight. Also, part 1 of this podcast is up on my channel.
That will be in the description and the card. So you can head on to his channel. The part 1 also contains some amazing topics. If you want to hear something about the metaverse, the great topic has been covered over there. So do check out the part 1. If you watch this first, it will still be all right. If you go and watch that, you'll still be able to understand everything.
All right. So that's pretty much it, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Happy gaming, guys.